I know we're leading Entity. That has to happen. So the question is, like, who do I want to lead with Entity? I think it's a great game to use Porygon. I don't know how much damage we actually do to Zacian with Max Strike. It'd be busted if we O-code it, but I don't know if we do. Does Thundurus get Sunny Day? I think it does. I think they all do. Like all the genies and stuff like that. Now let's see it. Male Entity? I'd rather use a Lele. Male Entity gets Trick Room and Imprison, but like Lele gets fairy moves that are stabbed. And Focus Blast and Thunderbolt. Alright, let's see what we got here. Thundy? Show me that Thundy. Ooh, that's fine. So they're going to max the Zard. Yeah, we're just going to get our tier up, and then we just bring out literally anything, and we probably win. Probably going to be Torkoal is what I'm thinking here. Psychic Seeds up! He's going to get the dot ticking. Yeah, Torkoal's probably a good play because it'll make us take less from Wildfire. So his plan here is to go for the Wildfire into our Entity, pick up the KO. Hopefully he doesn't know we're sashed, and then the Urshifu will be able to take out our Calyrex, which just won't work. All right. I wonder if he's gonna like protect or switch or do something weird, because he knows I'm getting up TR if he knows I'm sashed, which he shouldn't know that we're sashed yet. We'll see. He could also be like a Jolly Urshifu and like a modest Zard. It looks like he's not maxing. He's just going to go for the Heat Wave, which is probably, you know, that could be a decent play. You know, he can crit. He can burn. Yeah, Heat Wave's good. Oh, fuck my life. That sucks. That sucks. Alright. This guy is lucky. Hey, he made the right play. Can't be mad about that. I don't know if Torkoal has enough damage to actually take this Zard out if he maxes, but I think it's still worth going for it. Because we have to layer up this. And then we'll just save our Porygon to max in the back. Alright. Yeah, if he didn't get that burn, the game was over. But the fact that he did get the burn means he definitely has shots to win this game. This is still going to do a lot to his Zard, even if he decides to max. If he doesn't max, he loses the Zard this turn. I hope he doesn't max, personally. Just because I'd much rather just get a clean double KO. Being able to possibly even, like, I'm sure the Urshifu Sash back there. Being able to get, like, a KO on that will give me a Glacier, or, what is it, an As-1 boost as well to mitigate some of the damage from the burn. Looks like the drawing Zard. Cool. Like, I'll totally take that, by the way. Whatever switching in here is taking a ton of... You're going to take a lot of damage here, bro. And you're going to lose your Urshifu. Unless you're protecting. Which you probably should be protecting. Yep. And then next turn, you're going to lose it. You can't Sucker. You can't Fake Out. He's just taking a ton of free damage on his Sin at the cost of one of my TR turns. Which I had to get that damage to stick on his Sin anyways. So this is fine. Yep. That's perfect. I want to see if we're Citrus. Because like this should put it right out of range for like a Pinch Berry, but just over Citrus. So we'll see. Survey says. Citrus? Crit! Wow, that was a crit. Okay, cool. Perfect. That means Eruption should KO from here. And same thing. We're wasting a lot of our TR turns doing this, but we'll see. He still has that scary Zard in the back. I guess if you didn't get the burn on us, you would have practiced and since Berry that turn. That's funny. And then that would have been a lot harder to deal with. But I probably would have played it differently. I probably would have maxed and hit the Zard with Calyrex that turn. Or done something just a little bit different. It's possible I would have hit the Urshifu. Yeah, there's a couple different things that could happen here. Hopefully we get a double KO here. There's no berries up on the instant. Awesome. So we're going to get a double KO. He's going to bring the Zard back out. But that's fine. We still have Porygon. We still haven't maxed. Neither is he. Very, very scary right now. Yeah, I don't think the Zard wants to eat, like, the freaking Torkoal Eruption. It should do over half. Zard has a base, like, 100 SPDF, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it just wants to eat these in the sun, either. Alright, I'm back in neutral, even though I'm still burned. Unnerve, you're right. I forget. I'm surprised. I bet he was Citrus. I'm talking about, like, proccing Citruses and things like that. I literally have a Calyrex on the board. I'm an idiot. Alright, so there's the Zard. It's the last mon. Oh. Alright, are there 2 turns left on TR? Or no? I think there's 2. I think there's 2 turns left. So he's probably going to protect. He's probably going to nuke the 2 turns left. He's probably going to protect Zacian and go after my Torkoal. That's such a weak move. Is there even a reason to do this? If he protects here, gets my Torkoal. Next, nah, I think that's the right play. So I think you actually just like hard switch out here. And he's just gonna KO the Torkoal if he hits it, and then we just bring in Porygon, and maybe we'll get something done there. Yeah, that's fine. If he takes out Torkoal, he takes out Torkoal. I can also max my Torkoal next turn if I really had to. Protecting Zard, okay. Oh, okay. Double protects, doubles. Yeah, I thought he might. He's gonna max the Zard this turn. But I really think you should have maxed Zard last turn, because like I'm gonna hit the Zacian. I don't think double protect there was good. I think you should have like maxed the Zard and airstreamed my Torkoal. Unless he's going for double doubles. How many multiple doubles copies do you need? Because you're taking a Solar Power Tech too. You definitely should have maxed your Zard that turn, because now you have a lower base HP to max off of. Like, his last turn TR, are you really gonna fish for the double protect Zacian? This man wants the double protect. This guy goes to McDonald's, orders the double, and expects to get it for free. He's maxing the Zard. I think he should have done that last turn. Again, he hasn't seen my Mon in the back, so he doesn't necessarily even know what I have. I don't know if Zacian one-shots my Porygon either. Do not know. Yeah, we'll see. If he gets any doubles, we're going to be in a bad spot. Max guard? Zacian protects. And he fucking gets it. Are you real? Why is this my life, man? That's so bullshit. It is. That's bullshit. That's so bullshit. It does a lot there, but not nearly enough. I wonder who he's going after. Holy crap, is that a crit? Okay. I mean, we didn't deserve that, but... There's the Torkoal hit. He could have done that last turn. That's what I'm talking about. Like, he could have actually done that last turn and been in, like, a really good spot. He didn't have to double, is what I'm trying to say. He didn't have to do it. Now, let's actually think about what we need to do here. Solar Power. Take out my Calyrex next turn. This is the last turn of the sun. I think he just Behemoth Blades the Porygon and hits the Calyrex. I wonder how much damage that does. Oh well. Double protect, man. That's the name of the game when you play Zacian. I don't think I eat the double into the slot, and I definitely think if I just go like max guard, try and trick him with my Calyrex, he'll. I think the right play here is just Behemoth Blade Porygon and hit the Calyrex, because you probably he might even just like Sacred Sword would be wrong, but I mean, right? I don't know. What would you guys do in this situation? Would you double into the Porygon if you're him? Because there's the Behemoth Blade. I don't think I die. I really don't think that I'm dead. I'm probably almost dead. Just kidding, I'm fucking wasted. I knew you, I mean, it would have done the same if I didn't max, so. Yeah, we had that game won. Unfort, man. Double protect. Straight up, he didn't have to do that. He did not have to double protect. He could have went protect the first turn with Zacian, hit the Torkoal out, but then the thing that would have happened is, we would have been able to maintain a board where Zard was gone, because we were to bring out Porygon next turn. So it's like, that was the... That sucks, man. Because we would have taken out the Zard next turn. We would have brought out our Porygon. His Zacian Protect would have been on cooldown. He could have still gone for the little Protect, but then we could have just like max strike the Zard, and the Zard would have been so low that like the fact that Sun was ticking and he wasn't, the Sun was ticking, he took the Glacial Lance and an Eruption, means like he would have totally just melted there. I think it's better to go Indie, but like I want to go Grim. No, it's better to go Indie. It sucks if they lead like Rilla and they underspeed me. I'm still trying to like see how this lead really works against Shadow Riders. Because Shadow Rider can actually give us a lot of problems. Good thing is, like, if we get the Metagross off the board, like, we can win the game. Metagross is going to be a problem. Latias. It's been a while since I've seen anyone actually use Latias. And you gotta stop the TR then. Or, like, have an Iron Ball Mon, or, like, some way to, like, room service. Long time. Yo, it's been a hot minute. Now, let's see it. Okay. Gonna go with the Bulldoze Tech. So we have our Follow Me. We're good to go. And we just bring out Torkoal and we'll win the game. Probably. We might actually have to max our Torkoal this game just to deal with that Metagross. No berry for you. They're going to be slower too, which is actually really, really nice. So they're probably going to like Bulldoze and Pocket, or is it Brutal Swing or Bulldoze with Latias? I don't remember. It might be Brutal Swing. But Follow Me's up. Trick Room's up. Torkoal's coming in next turn. AV Feeny with Shadow Ball? Yeah, that actually sounds kind of nice. It's Bulldoze? Alright. It should be Bulldoze, but I think Brutal Swing also definitely works. I think Anti-Cali Trick Room Tech, I mean, Grimmsnarl is really good against both of them. So, like, Foul Play does massive damage against Ice. Okos, the Shadow Rider, screens are really good. You can fake out the Ice Rider one. He's thinking about it. You never see Latias. Yeah, I agree. You don't see it that often. Now let's see what they go for. Again, Torkoal should be able to melt this guy. I want to see if he's Quaking. He shouldn't be. He should totally be Steel Spiking. But, like, not only is Steel Spike's good, because it makes it so, like, even if I'm going to hit you with my Calyrex, you don't want to deal with that. He also has, like, the potential to go for, like, Ally Switch next turn, which I really don't want to deal with. So, like, next turn, I'm probably just going to bring the Torkoal, and I'm just going to go, like, Lance Eruption, probably. Because I want to see if he has, like, Ally Switch. I want to see if he, like, plays around me going for, like, a max on my Calyrex. Bulldoze, there it is. Awesome. So, please Steel Spike. Please don't Quake. Because Quake might not even KO the Entity, and that would be really bad. And you guys had a policy up. Steel Spike, awesome. I don't care about your defense boosts. It's like, as long as you're keeping those Spadef boosts low, like, I'm good. We got the boy in the back, Torkoal. We also have Grim in the back. That Foul Play would chunk. Alright, so let's think about this. He could totally max guard the Metagross, fodder the Latias, bring out Rilla, right? But then we just max our Torkoal and we win the game. Saving Grim in the back for after they reset their terrain. It's going to be super, super good. How's everyone Sunday? Sunday. It's doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. We got over 100 viewers. We had a good time here. We got people gifting some subs. Eruption probably KOs Metagross. And Glacial Lance plus Eruption will probably take out the Latias. So we'll see. If we don't KO Metagross, that kind of sucks. I think we do. I don't think Metagross is made to eat this. We specs. Big Torkoal energy. Now we'll see it. Latias should be going down here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a maxed out Metagross, then like bring in Rilla to then fake out the Torkoal. But I haven't maxed it on purpose, so I can max the Torkoal if I have to. Do you know what restricted you will go for Players Cup 4? Probably Torkoal. Torkoal's my favorite restricted mon. So this is going exactly as I said. I do not care about your what is it? Yeah, I get a +1 here too. So like next turn we can just max the Torkoal and Quake into the Metagross. Dumpster. Big Torkoal. I wonder if like max flare from like Torkoal losing its specs plus the +1 high horsepower takes out of that. Is it Rilla? Insane. And that's worse for me. I would much rather fight Rilla, but he can't fake out now, so it's like we just win. I think you actually just erupt and lance, as weird as that sounds. Let's go for this. You can't fake out. You didn't use Rilla. Let's go. So this eruption should take out the Metagross, but I don't want to miss. And if eruption does take it out, this will get redirected in the instant. His Protect is on cooldown, so we'd have to like max guard Flare Blitz, and then he won't KO because we're maxing as well. So it's actually a really, really good play. And if you want to hit the Torkoal, well, you respected Torkoal. Wise choice. Let's see it. Big Ice Rider energy. Let's go. Let's go. Service says you got that double max guard, bro. Don't even try it. Oh, I'm so good at Pokemon. Dumpstered Metagross. We take those. Remember what I said in the team preview? Take out the Metagross. I will do that. And then the Max Quake right in your face. Yo, we be taking those. Breeding is tedious, but it's not like it's stopping anyone from getting into competitive. It's just breeding. They made it so much easier now. You can just, it doesn't take that long to get a good competitive team. It doesn't take that long. It's like you're telling me you don't have like an hour. Your life is so important. You don't have an hour. It's like breed a team. You don't have friends. You know, a lot of friends, like, it doesn't say like, hey, I need a timid Pikachu breed check. Can anyone help me out? Like, people that say like, oh, I can't be bothered with breeding. It's like, okay. Oh, I didn't know you were the President of the United States, Mr. President. Yeah, Torkoal built different. That's right. We take those wins. Palkia again. All right. Duraludon is something that I'm not used to fighting anymore. I think you want to go Grim though. I think Grim's so good here. Grim Cali seems really, really nice. And like the Inity is just so hard to use against Duraludon. So he won't let me get away with that, I don't think. So like we just go Grim Cali, we can just set a screen. I don't know how I feel about Venusaur is really good versus Palkia, but it's really not that great against the rest of the board. It's only really good against Palkia. It's not even really good against Palkia. It's usable versus Palkia. I think I'm going to bring Porygon Z, and I don't think it's right. I think I probably should be bringing Inity still, but I'm very scared of that Duraludon. So, let's see. Let's see. Incineroar is going to be really hard to deal with, too, depending on how they want to play it. This is going to be a hard matchup. This is going to be very hard. I really wish that I brought Inity, because, like, I don't have a way to enable my Psychic Seeds either. Oh well. Screens are still nice. Screens are still super good here. There's so many special attackers. There's 3 big special attackers, the Moltres, Palkia, and the Duraludon. So like setting a light screen is going to be super valuable. But if they lead like Incin, we're probably going to be forced into a situation where we have to max turn 1. I guess one good thing is if they lead like Incin Thundy, we can just like dumpster the Thundy turn 1. And that'd be pretty nice. So we'll see. Alright, love this team. Happy to hear you like it. Duraludon Thunder. Alright, cool. Which one's maxing, you think? I think the Thundy's maxing, just because like Thundy's so much better as a max Mon. But he's probably using, he wouldn't superpower. Yeah, I think he's maxing at the Thundy, so we'll fake out the Dura. And if we 50-50 wrong here, we lose. But people really don't see fake out Grim that often. You really don't see it all that often. Again, like if he maxes the Dura and like just wild charges the Thundy, that's super weird. I think that's really, really weird. I love Fake Grim. Yeah, it's very, very good. No no max. That's fine. Are you gonna taunt me? Okay. Okay, I was like, bro. Yeah, I've been telling people in streams, like, that's a crit, by the way. You should not be using Foul Play Thunderous. It's just better to use Crunch. Because Crunch actually KOs Calyrex Shadow versus Foul Play doesn't because it's not stabbed. Yeah, Trick 'em's up. Value. Let's think about what we want to do here. It's different on, like, support Thundy. I don't think I care at all about, like, what's happening on this board. I think we just set screens and set up for Porygon to sweep the game. I mean, I could just max there. No, that's fine. I'll just Lance. Sorry, was their team was more predominantly special. So, like, let's actually just put the light screen up first and go for the Glacial Lance. Yeah, so, like, they have, like, Moltres and Palkia. Definitely want to get the light screen up first. No max again, so you're just going to lose your Thundy here. That works. Yeah, we take those. And if you KO something, you just make way for the boy Torkoal. Or Porygon. I wonder if Foul Play KOs Duraludon from there. Has like 85, maybe 90 base attack? It might actually KO. Let's see though. I'll take a light screen up though. Flash Cannon. Please hit Grim, even though I know you hit my Calyrex. That's fine. Alright. Just want to say how much I appreciate you building teams. I have so much respect. Content creation is hard. Want to let you know I appreciate it. Thank you. I definitely think they're bringing in Palkia this turn, so I'm going to bring the Porygon. And we're going to max and destroy that Palkia. We're going to one-shot it. Show me Palkia. Comfey. Okay. That also works. I think this KOs even if you foil healing. Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice for Stop and Tiara if we gave him a chance to use it. Mimikyu in the PZ slot. So the reason you actually have PZ in the team is, yeah, it's a secondary setter, but Porygon Z is there to deal with restricted mons. See, Mimikyu can't deal with restricted mons. That's the thing. Like, Porygon Z is a delete button. It's like, oh, you mean you want to use Palkia? Oh, you want to use Ho-Oh? You want to use Lugia? It's like you want to use some weird-ass restricted mon? Like, Porygon Z dumpsters those. It's just the... I bring it if, like, their restricted is too bulky. Like, against Kyogre, like, it's another really, really good bomb versus Kyogre. It's because the team doesn't have a dedicated Maxmon. There's nothing you have to max with this team. I think Mimikyu is definitely worth looking into for sure. But I think, like, Porygon goes super good with Grim, too. It goes super good with Grim. There's the Palkia right there. So, like, we just literally will just one-shot this Palkia. Alright. Now we'll see. I also think, like, people disrespect Porygon Z as a setter as well. And that's, like, another thing that it really brings to the table is that normal type setter. Mimikyu can be good against Calyrex Shadow, but, like, they're going to pair it with their Entity, so you're never going to get a chance to get in. But, like, they can't do anything to Porygon Z. I want to see if he's ally switching. If he is, that's fine, because he won't get the policy boost off this if he is ally switching. But, like, for a Pokemon like Palkia, my team would have absolutely no way to beat a Palkia otherwise. Like, I guess I do have Calyrex, but it's neutral, right? They have to, like, misplay, because, like, I can't do over half. They always would be able to, like, foil healing back up, you know? So, like, my team would really be boned versus Palkia. I'd have to go way into, like, outplaying with, like, Venusaur dots. That's actually a lot, because he got the policy boost. And then look at this, just Max Strike just melts Palkia into oblivion. It's good versus Ho-Oh. This is a good set versus, like, Metagross as well. Another Pokemon that can give us problems. Solgaleos, Unala's, Dustmeans, things like that. Porygon's, and it's also, like, really good bait. I don't even know if I want to use an Orb. I might actually end up using, like, a Chople Berry one, so we have a better matchup versus Urshifu. There's a lot of different things that Porygon can actually do. People definitely sleep on it. I would say, like, actually, like, look at making, like, a bulky one, and you'll start, like, realizing once you start running some calcs about how much damage you can mitigate with, like, you know, Chople Berry, or, like, different item choices. There's a lot of cool stuff that Porygon brings to the table for, like, a best of one. To where, like, if they want to stop your Trick Room, they can't stop you just going like into Deep Porygon. And even if they, like, a good example is like, if I want to go Trick Room, right, and you lead with a mon that might have Imprison, you know, we just fought against a guy that had like Meowstic, and I remember I maxed and just nuked the Meowstic turn 1. Like, if I max in Porygon Z, like, I'm still getting speed control off that. If like you're going for your Imprison, I can just nuke the team.